square off in a game that is often filled with hijinks and fun. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Tulsa wasting no time. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Tulsa in a tough spot here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Offense in a split backfield. They'll start this drive with a pass. Sets up the screen. Slithers into space. Turning it on. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He's got it on the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right. makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Lost to throw again. Oh, they're after him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Texas. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on 3rd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Lost to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. Tulsa wasting no time. Back to pass on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Tulsa trying to power ahead on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Got it behind the line. It's Sanford. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on the short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. He makes a grab. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the ground, it's Pullman. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. North Texas will try to pick up the fourth down here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds the tight end. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. Finds the big tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Got it in the middle. It's Durham. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
North Texas really has it going on offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They get to him as he throws. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads it downfield. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's Brown. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first time.
To throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And that is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's moving out of the pocket. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Tulsa. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Snagged in the middle. It's King. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. North Texas in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Coleman. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Got it in the middle. It's West. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll try to run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Quarterback making checks. He's looking to pass. He'll throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's West. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Working the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quarterback adapting. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Pulls it in down the sideline. Finds some room. The 20. Touchdown, Mean Green. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you not take shots? That one just missed, but I would not be shocked if they find that guy.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Quick completion on the out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Tulsa.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hansen. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's going to run it. Keeps it himself against the first. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Okay, ready? Tulsa checking to see what's in the playbook for third and forever. from the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. Finds a man on the right. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Tulsa wasting no time. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Gonna swing it on second down. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Quarterback may change this route. Trying play action. Touchdown, Tulsa! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run. Out of position, touchdown for the offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Let's go! Let's go! These DBs going to give a little cushion. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Houston Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they got him down at the 23. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Fires to the tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They'll try to power it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run.
Clear! Clear! In blue!
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's incomplete, and it also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. North Texas lining up, facing 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's go. Stand. Okay, break.
From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again.
Set. Get set, get set. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Sanford. Push down for the tackle.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
The Golden Hurricane needing a huge chunk play to convert on third down. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Kane. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead, and the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things.
There he goes. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Tulsa wasting no time. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
From the gun. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Here we go.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Ready
It's
up.
a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
Lasso. Lasso.
Looking to throw on 1st down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown, North Texas! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And despite this point being relatively meaningless, I suppose it could carry value for some. And the PAT is good, helps the kicker stats, and not much else as this one is in the books. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams fix